Hey y'all, it's Ned over at My Philippine Dreams, and I came across this old footage of my flight over to the Philippines, and this is some of the first footage I ever taken with a GoPro, and so I'm sharing it with you or subjecting it to you or something like that. Okay, so this is business elite, what they used to call first class. You get the complimentary champagne, headphones. Uh, as you can see, I'm wearing a sweater because it was slippers, yeah, slippers. I don't know what that is. Socks? But this is the old first class. It's business elite now, complimentary champagne. We're still sitting in New York. That's a 747-400 series. And this is our menu. You basically got these really nice meals like every hour, and you could order anything off the menu. It was free. Scallops, all kinds. This is how the other half lives. You know, if you're, I'm not going to say elite because they have their own Lear jets and stuff, but if you're upper level business, this is how you fly. And it's funny, I had, at one point, the lady, one of the stewardesses, she brought by this big tray of, rolls and stuff, and stuck it in my face. I didn't see the tongs in her hand, so I just grabbed one and she smacked my hand with the tongs. I think she knew I didn't belong in business elite class. Chardonnay, Sauvignon Bleu de Vent, Sauvignon, Bonfieur de Sol. So you could basically get drunk as you wanted. Bon appetit. So yeah, everybody else in first class was able to sleep on this 30-hour flight. I didn't sleep the entire time. I had even taken 2 Ambien to try to force myself into the local sleep schedule, but I was just too excited to sleep. I got no sleep. No sleep. I read a lot. I had my Kindle, and I watched TV and movies. You got the little TV screen there in your cubicle. You can even, the whole seat goes flat, so you can, it's like a bed, but I still couldn't sleep. These flights, I think we went for $8,000 to $9,000. The business elite, and we are taking off from New York. I, of course, couldn't afford that, so I have a buddy who works for Delta, and he gets me buddy passes. So I think this trip cost about $380, and I got to fly first class, which is kind of nice. The anticipation, the realization of the dream. Getting out of it was so cold that day. Oh my God, was it cold. I had multiple layers on just walking between the terminals. And there we go, landing gear up. Last time I touched the US. I'll probably be going back for a while in May. Do some shopping, recharge my batteries. And it's, when you're flying, when you're going in and out of New York, it's like, wow, New York's a big city. Then you get to Manila, and Manila goes on for hours. And this flight was kind of cool because we went over the Hudson Bay in Canada, and then we hooked over to Alaska. It takes like a couple hours. It was not a couple hours, it took like 5 hours to get over Alaska. Alaska's huge. Then you go out over the Bering Sea, and then you cruise along Putin land. I think it's Russia, or it's one of the Uzbekistans, or one of those things. One of those Kazakhstans or something. So I think this was like a 10,000 mile flight. It was a long flight. It's a lot of time in the air. And we're getting ready to hook out over the water. And then we head north. And this, on your little screen in front of you, there's this, the GPS thing which tracks the plane's location. And it just seemed to take forever to get to my destination. And I had heard, horror stories about the taxi drivers overcharging you and stuff, but by the time I got there, I hadn't slept for 30 hours, and I was so exhausted I was like dangerously exhausted. So when he hit me with, like, it was like 800 pesos, I'm like, yeah, whatever, dude. Just get me to my hospital. Get me to my hospital. I felt like I needed one then. Get me to my hotel. And that was great, actually, because I was forced into the local sleep pattern. Because I hadn't slept, and I got to the hotel around 7 p.m., and I just crashed. And I woke up, and I was on Filipino time. Here's a picture of my hand. It's a good thing we got that. And there's my Kindle. Ah, if you're coming to the Philippines, you need a Kindle. Take 2, just in case. There's my pink hand, yeah. There's my sweater. I don't have that sweater anymore. That sweater's gone. Wouldn't fit me anyways. Lost another 15 pounds since then. My hand's thinner. Can't tell. So that's about it. That's all I got on my flight. I didn't get any footage of landing because I was so exhausted by the time I got there. Here we go. See you next time on My Philippine Dreams.